Shaggy and I are taking an evening walk, and we were just warned there's a Grizz in here. It just crossed the road. So we're still taking our evening walk, but I know they're in here, so this is the site here that I used to camp in every summer, whether trailer or tent. But for 2 years in a row, for whatever stupid reason, I was cheap and took the car and brought the tent, and we stayed in here 2 years in a row in the tent. And I went and visited that site in Cook City where that guy got eaten alive in his tent. And from that night on, we slept in our car. My car would be parked right there. And our tent, I'll show you where the tent was. We got to be careful because there is a Grizz somewhere in this campground, or went through the campground. But I know they're in here, you know. Problem is, being with Shaggy, he's going to start barking at it, pissing off. There's where our tent was, right here. And there's the river. And you just wake up at like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning to that sound of the river and the quietness, and it'd be cold. And you're just thinking about where you're at and what's in here. It's like, come on guys, let's go. Put everybody in the car. And sleeping in the back seat of a Ford Focus, man. I couldn't even walk when I get out of the car in the morning. Probably stand up like, oh. But you know, you felt, you were uncomfortable as hell, but you were safe and you could actually sleep. You know what I mean? See, with my truck, I could put a couple pillows in there, and a blanket, and stretch out in the back seat and sleep like a baby. But we haven't done that because we're in the trailer, and I said, you know, once you do that once, it's real hard not to do it again. Just to say, you know what, let's just go in the vehicle. I didn't pull my trailer here to be sleeping in my truck. And not that they can't get in that trailer, but you know, by the time they do, I'm going to be awake with, they're going to get sprayed in the face. And so are we. We're going to be sucking in. That's the problem, is you're going to be sucking it in too. You know, it's a mist. So you got to be careful with that stuff. Anyway, and there's a clown down here from Michigan. I don't know if I said this already, sleeping in his tent. And I went down there and told him, dude, it's hard-sided only. And he said it's his business. I said, all right, you know, I'm not saying anything. I'm just telling you. So his girlfriend doesn't know like where they're at. Probably thinks they're in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan somewhere. It's like, man, go back to Michigan. It's cold. We were going to go to Yellowstone in the morning to Old Faithful and leave at like 6 in the morning. But we left kind of early today to go to Cody. And it's going to be cold in the morning. And we're only going up in elevation, going into Yellowstone to climb Sylvan Pass. You know what? I don't feel like doing it tomorrow. It's one of those mornings I'm going to make a couple pots of green tea and lay in bed under the covers and turn the heat on and watch movies. We're walking down to our campsite now. I don't really feel like going to doing one of those early morning deals tomorrow. Maybe we'll go the next day. No hurry, we got months, and we're going to be in there for months. On June 18th, I've got a cabin rented in there for a week at Old Faithful, so what's today? Tomorrow's the 11th, so another week we'll be in there anyway. So, no big deal. It's cold. I always watch as I'm walking. Keep an eye out for Grizz. Those people have more guts than I do sleeping in that tent. They're at the end of the campground down there. I should go interview them. I've got the generator set up with the tarp over it. I put the tarp onto the bumper and then put those rocks onto it. So the generator's completely covered by that tarp if it starts raining. I was going to move it to under by that front part of the picnic table, but I never got around to it. So it stays dry there. It's fine. And I got the truck parked like this. So if there is a Grizz, you know, I can get out and kind of use that as a block to dive into the truck. You know, depending if we need to escape. You need to get in the chair, buddy. Get in the chair. I gotta wash up, and then we're going in the tent. I mean, in the trailer, man. I'm cold. It is freezing cold. My shower bag, I filled that up today. That water's, oh man, that's got to be like ice. There's where I hang it. So tonight I'll wash up from the blue jug, which is still cold, but you know, I'm one of these people, I have to wash up before I go to sleep. So yeah, I think tomorrow we'll scrap the Old Faithful trip. It's going to be really cold. It's probably going to be like in the 30s. So I'm going to turn the heater on, make some good green tea, some hot oatmeal, watch a movie, and just enjoy being in the trailer and in the creature comforts. There's a certain amount of pleasure that you derive from that. I bet you Apache's sleeping. Let's go check on her.
Is you under there? Is you alive? Barely. Go back to sleep.
Time to fire up the radios. Oh man, we're clear.